Jorden.
Yes. That would be me.
How are you?
I'm good. I am drinking a beer. So I'm good.
So you're in Happy Land?
Right now, yes.
How was rehearsal?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was okay. Working on tempos, which was weird because same thing. It's hard to hear. And we are using the cell phone app.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's obviously fun. Not really.
No?
For the most part, we did it worked out for the most part.
Good.
It's just weird because like some of the songs we used to play like so much slower and now like they're different tempos and they're like faster tempos. So it's just like, what the fuck just happened? The song is totally different, but it's the same fucking song, but it's just like you're playing it faster.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. So, you know, like before it was like, no, you gotta play everything fucking slower, man. Just fucking groove it out, bruh. And now it's like, oh shit.
When are you gonna go into the studio to record that?
The date is not set yet, but I don't know yet. But probably soon. Maybe sometime in July.
Good. Yeah.
Hopefully.
So what else is going on? What's up with Fracture and Ydra and all your stuff?
Ydra is gonna be tomorrow. Back to rehearsal, working on new material / whatever happens. And Fracture is gonna have a show. I think it's in August 8th, somewhere in Long Beach. But right now, Brandon, I think, yeah, just today, he actually is in Japan on his honeymoon. So there's not gonna be no practicing for a while.
That sounds nice. Shit.
Yeah, he went to Japan.
Fuck yeah.
With Amanda.
Amanda?
Haven't
met her yet. I don't think I met her.
You met her.
Did I?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. She's always with him. The chick with the red hair, but I think now it's purple. I'm not sure.
Oh. Yeah, I met his son the first time at the last Fracture show. I think it was the Whiskey.
She wasn't there.
That's why, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at the Whiskey. Yeah, that was in January, though, right?
That was January 19th.
Fuck. It's been a while.
Fucking long time ago.
Jesus.
It's like 3 years ago or something. That's how it
Isn't
feels
it weird,
like.
though? It feels so far away. Like, even though it was only not even 6 months ago, but I don't know, for some reason.
It feels like forever.
Looking back at January, I'm like, wow. It's just, I don't know. It's weird because at the same time, like, this year has already gone by so fast. Yeah. But then, like, for some reason, it feels as if January was
it's like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's weird, man, because it's like I'm used to like being busier with like say like playing shows and shit like that. So like you're used to like playing a lot more shows than normal, and now suddenly like this year I haven't played as many shows. And it's weird. It's because like you remember certain shows and you're like, oh shit, oh that was this year. But then you're thinking like that it was like 2 years ago or some shit like that because there was so much time in between the shows.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like before it's like, you know, 3 bands say like fucking you at least perform about 4 or 5 times a month. So like you're always thinking like, oh, the next one is coming, the next one's coming, and this year it's like the total opposite.
Well,
so
that's what you're used to because you're in 3 bands.
I guess
sometimes 4.
Still not enough, but
well, actually, technically you're in 4 bands. So just we don't play live.
Yeah,
so.
We don't play live. Yeah,
but we're rehearsing finally, so that's nice. So it kind of like okay, well you're not rehearsing with Fracture right now, right? So it's you have Society 1, Ydra, Dim 7.
Yeah.
So you're playing shows with 2 bands, right? But not okay. So it's like your workload is like in half, pretty much.
Yeah,
compared
pretty
to
much.
what you're used to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show wise. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, because once you're playing a lot of shows, it's like basically having like another full-time job kind of thing.
Yeah,
but you know, after it like becomes natural after you do it. You know, obviously for as many times, it just becomes like, okay, I'm playing a fucking show. Whoop-de-fucking do kind of thing.
Well, it depends on, you know, obviously the venue, what band you're playing with.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, all that.
Yeah, but for the most part, it's, you know, I mean, I've always get excited to play shows, but obviously, you know, bigger shows obviously get more excitement and more butterflies, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I miss I miss playing live, dude. I mean, let's see. I'm trying to think. When was the last gig? The last Society 1 gig was...
Was it Crazy Girls?
Crazy Girls, Jesus.
Yeah, it was on a Monday night.
That was not the best show that we did
that
together.
Place, I mean, the sound there fucking sucked dick, but other than that, the show itself was kind of cool, I guess you could say. I don't know.
It was fun for sure, but I mean, yeah, the sound wasn't good.
Sound was disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking mirrors all over the place, fucking just sound just bouncing in and out. Just like, fuck, you can't hear nothing.
Wow, how long ago was that? Like, at least a year and a half? I can't remember.
Maybe longer, because it was before NAMM of... It was before, not this NAMM, before last NAMM.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So remember, it was like...
It's been a year and a half-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about.
Damn. Yeah, wait.
Yeah, a little bit more than a year and a half, actually.
Man.
I think, because, like, NAMM is in January, right?
Yeah.
So, like...
Late January.
Yeah, so it's a year and, like, 8 months or some shit like that. Something like that.
Trying to think of my favorite Society 1 show. Probably, I don't know why, but that place in Santa Ana, Malone's.
Oh, yeah, Malone's. Yeah.
That stage was awesome. The sound was awesome, but yeah, the turnout wasn't great. But for some reason, I really enjoyed that venue. Just
that place was
the way it sounded.
I like playing at Malone's. I played there, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times maybe, and like. I think I played on the bigger stage where we played, I think like 3 times, but I played on the side stage like 2 times, and the main stage is just so much fucking nicer because there is more like how you call it, the speakers in the front, so the monitors, there's more monitors, so like you can hear everything a lot clearer and like it's more in your face.
What was your favorite show that we played together so far?
I think it was at Loaded when we played on Halloween.
That was fun.
Yeah. That was a fun show because like there was a shit ton of people there.
Yeah, it was. I remember it was like at least almost like
it was fucking
like,
full.
It was like 3/4 of the way to the back at least.
It was there was a lot of fucking people, and I think that show also what made it a lot fucking cooler also is because most of the people came to the front.
Yeah,
normally when you play a show, there's like 4 people in the front and then a bunch of other people in the back just looking at you, kind of.
You didn't have a costume, did you? I can't remember. Did you?
I had like a gown on, and then I took it off because I was like, "Fuck this."
That was funny.
Yeah, you had a mask on, and then you took it off.
The filth clown mask.
Yeah, and Dirt was dressed like how you call it, like that clown guy from that fucking movie.
Is it House of a Thousand Corpses?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, that was.
Remember Adam in the front? There, do you? I don't know if you remember that, but I remember very vividly. It was Adam in the front row and like staring up at Matt and Adam and Stephanie.
I think so. Yeah,
that was funny.
So.
Yeah,
that was a very cool show, and obviously also the show that we. Now there's been that one was one of my favorites, and forgot which other one. I think when we played also at Borders, that was fun.
Because yes.
Even though I think it was fun for me, it was because it was the first time that I played on that stage. Even though it's, Barca and Borders is the same fucking thing, just a different night.
Yeah, I remember you were really anxious to play that.
I was really fucking anxious to play that because like from what I heard, it's like really hard to fucking play there, especially on Barca. It's really hard, like especially like if you don't look the part, they'll be like a fuck you, you're not playing here kind of thing. So like even though it wasn't like a bar sin night, it was really cool because like I've always wanted to play on that stage because actually that's when I first saw you actually play.
Really?
Yeah. The first time I've ever seen anybody play there, it was you. And that was like, fuck.
That was like 2013.
Yeah. It was like, about 5-6 years ago, something like that. It was also on a Thursday night, and it was weird because I was there with Dirt and another guy named Travis. You know Travis, right? From High Tech Hate?
Yeah. 1 second. Keep talking. Make sure the mic is right. Okay.
So that was like when that whole band thing was going on, and you wanted to go over there because I forgot exactly why we went over there, and I didn't know you back then, and then I saw your drummer, and I knew your drummer back then, so I was like, oh, you're playing tonight, and then I saw you play, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I remember
way different.
Yeah, that wasn't a good show for me. I remember just I was kind of in a funk that night because there was someone in specific there that I did not want to be there. Oh. You know who I'm talking about? Right? Do you know what I'm talking about? Her name starts with an S.
I think I do.
Yeah, not Stephanie. But yeah, that was
something that rhymes with shit.
I was I was fucking terrified. I was terrified. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Yeah. I don't know what this chick's gonna do.
Yeah,
and she was fucking right there in the very front, staring at me the whole time. I was terrified. So I was like,
oh shit.
Yeah, I couldn't really.
Like, I'll just put my hair over my face and just sing like. Hopefully she doesn't see me.
That was terrifying. But yeah. So okay, so you said bloated and Bordners. So okay, now to change it up really quick, I want to know what has been your favorite Ydra show so far, like venue wise.
Well, that one without no fucking doubt was the show that we did at when I joined. The story with Ydra is really fucking funny. I'll give you like the quick, shorter version, I guess you could say, is like because I really liked them from like I used to go to their shows and I really used to like them and their music. It's because it's like it was different, you know. But the thing is, like, as a band, they are well now they are. And back then, they were really fucking solid. Like, you know what I mean? It was, like, just fucking massive. Like, it's different than what I normally listen to, but it was, like, so fucking good. It was different, but it was really fucking good. So I used to go and watch them a lot, and then I also used to go watch them a lot because Eric joined them, and Eric and I, like, you know, when I first met him, we were, like, really cool with each other. So, like, that's how I started going to their shows. And basically, you know, time passed by and they went through a few drummers, and Eric was like, hey, it would be cool if you played at one point before I actually joined. I was like, I can't because I have too much shit going on. And I know that you guys need somebody that can, you know, give you 100%. And like my 100% right now is not good enough, you know? And so like they went through their thing and blah, blah, blah. And they went through a couple of drummers, and then suddenly their main drummer left and he came back, and then they were looking for a drummer. And as far as I understand, they found one. But the thing is, like, it didn't work out with him. And then they were supposed to do this tour with Sacred Reich. And like, I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be awesome for them. But I didn't even know who Sacred Reich is, which is fucked up. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. And then like 2 weeks before the tour, that's when Eric called me and he was like, hey dude, we need a drummer. Like, can you just do at least these 3 shows? They're back to back, you know, please. Like, we need one. Like, we can't cancel going on this fucking tour at this point because it's been building up. And I guess the drummer that they had didn't work out. So like 2 weeks before the tour, I was like, okay, just give me the songs that I need to learn. And first I just learned 2 songs, and I learned them basically in like 3 days or something like that, but I never played them. I just listened to them a lot. And I tried to memorize and look at videos of their drummer playing them because, you know, I don't have a place where I practice. So like I just listened to them like over and over and over again on fucking repeat, like 1,000 fucking times a day. And then we went and I just played 2 of the songs that I had complete, and they're like, okay, yeah, you need to learn the other fucking 3 because we need to do this. And then the tour was basically the mini tour that they did was like the first show was in Riverside, the second show was in Hollywood at the Roxy, and the third one was in San Francisco. And that's like my favorite show that we've done so far. Yeah.
What was the venue again?
Slim's, I think.
Slim's.
I think it was Slim's. I'm pretty sure it was Slim's. And that fucking place was it was so awesome because like we obviously got there earlier than anybody else, obviously, because we're the opening fucking band. And we got there like an hour early or like before they opened the doors, and somebody was there earlier and they opened the door and like immediately, you know, roll out the fucking ramp. And they had all these people that basically ran it like, you know, clockwork, like put your shit over here, don't move this until we tell you, blah, blah, blah. And they fed us, and the sound in that fucking place was fucking huge. And it was like, that show was the best one because it was also like, there was the most people, I guess. Well, not necessarily the most out of those 3 days, but it was just like the way the place is built and the sound that was there, it was fucking massive, and everybody was so fucking nice. Like the, how you call it, the staff that worked there. It was like, you know what I mean? It's like I fucking felt like I was a fucking rock star basically. And this is also like, the thing is, like the Secret Reich, their drummer used to, the guy that plays Dave McClain, which plays in Machine Head, he used to play in Secret Reich before he went to Machine Head. So like suddenly there is all these fucking VIPs there. Like all of Machine Head was there. The bass player from Five Finger Death Punch was there.
Chris?
The guy with the weird fucking, you know, the dread beard or whatever the fuck that is. And like the bass player from Fate No More was there. Like a bunch of fucking big fucking musicians, and they're all hanging downstairs where it was the green room. And I'm like, you know, like most of my bags and stuff for my drum cases or whatever are downstairs. So I like keep running in and out upstairs, because that's where also like the beer and, you know, the stuff for us is. So I'm like running up and down, and I'm like, holy flying fuck, like really, I'm around on these fucking people that I look up to in a way. I'm like, these fucking people are legends. Like, you know what I mean? All these fucking people have been doing music for fucking 20, 30 fucking years, but not 20, 30 years doing it without, you know, being local. Like, meaning these fucking people are fucking stars. Like, these are the best of the best. And
seasoned.
And I'm standing there just fucking running around, like, you know, they see me like moving stuff, and they're moving out of my way in order for me to make it. And I'm just like, this is fucking unreal. This is fucking ridiculous. Do
you think that out of those 3 shows that you performed the best that night? Or,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was the 3rd night?
That was the third night.
So you were super warmed up from the 2 shows.
Yeah, because we basically, you know, either songs are like fucking 45 minutes each.
Man,
so we only had 5 songs, and it was fucked up because like the first fucking gig in Riverside was all that fucking thing was a complete fucking nightmare. But we only get to play 3 fucking songs, and then at the Roxy we get to play 4 songs.
It was only 4?
Yeah.
I swore it was like at least 5 or 6. Wow. Man, I have to say though, that show was fucking great. Like, it sounded amazing.
Except it sounded amazing, but on I think it was the 2nd song, but like my pedal fucking became loose and my bass drum moved, and I had to fucking push it back. And what happened was, I
remember noticing that. Yeah. It's just because I know like I know you're drumming, and I know like what you do when you mess up, so I know like what to look for. But I noticed that. But I mean, the sound didn't. Nothing was compromised from that. So
on video, it sounds like it was, because like when I moved my bass drum back, the fucking, how you call it, the microphone got stuck right in a hole, but on the side of it.
Oh yeah, really?
So it was just making this vibration kind of sound, like whoom, whoom, and I was like, oh fuck.
I didn't really notice it out from the front of the house. But
yeah, I mean, on video you can notice it though.
Really?
If you watch the video, there is a video of that show. If you watch it, it's like you can tell the difference. And then suddenly, when the sound guy actually saw it, and then he moved the microphone where it needs to be, then suddenly you can hear the bass drum go back to where it's supposed to be, and then it's just instead of.
Well, it's not the worst thing that could happen at a live show, that's for sure. Yeah, but man, I remember that night very vividly. I mean, showed up, and then Mike showed up. And Missy was there.
Missy was there too.
And dude, it just sounded fucking massive. And like how you said before, I mean, you were a fan of the band before you joined. I've been a fan. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I knew about them before you did, or if we did at the same time. But I've been a fan of them for fucking a while. Like, remember what was the first show I saw? I think it might have been Skinny's where I saw them. But I remember seeing one of their shows and like just blown away by the guitar tone and the bass tone, especially like Eric's bass tone is fucking amazing. It's so thunderous, and like love it. But yeah, I mean, I liked him for a while. So then I remember when you were first talking about how they are asking you to play, and I was like, dude, you should fucking do
Yeah.
it. But I'm glad that you actually
The whole thing about joining them was basically because being busy in other bands, and like I look up to them, you know what I mean? I was not just a fan of their music, like I look up to them because they're like doing stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Again, doing stuff, you know, you can break that down into like a lot of categories, but they are doing stuff, meaning, you know, they playing shows, they have people that like it, you know, people come to shows, people buy merch, you know, and now being in a band and seeing it is obviously different than, you know, being on the outside and looking at it. But the reason it took me longer to join is because I was like, you have a lot going on, and like I don't want to join the band and suddenly like have like all this like, oh, I can't do this show, I can't do this, I can't do that, because I didn't want to hold them back.
Right.
And then that was like the main conversation that we had. I was like, listen, this is the deal. I'm in other bands, and unfortunately, you know, I've been in these bands longer than your band. So like, you know, there are certain things that just happen, like meaning if this band books a show and I say yes, and then you book a show later, I can't play the show that you booked because if I already booked something for that night, I'm not gonna cancel it just to play this one.
Right. Absolutely.
So
That's
that
fair.
was the big thing, and that's why I took longer to join, is because I was like, I don't want to hold you guys back. You know, like you guys are constantly playing out, you know, people love you, and I don't think that me joining like would be the smart thing to do, because I don't want to hold you back. But after that, it all kind of, you know, obviously I'm in the band now, and it all worked out, you know, like it all worked out, you know, like so far there's not been any missed shows, there hasn't been any missed practices, unless it's like a conversation of like, oh, I need to do this or that, but it's always ahead of time. Like there was no surprises or something like that. So it's very professional, and you know, so it's cool.
Yeah, the last show I saw was, I think, at the Echoplex.
Yeah, with Conan.
That was fucking good too. That sounded great, and
yeah, that place had a fucking massive sound.
Yeah, and our little had our little powwow after in the green room. Or whatever. Got kind of sloshed. That's when I was drinking.
That's always fun.
Yeah, and they had a fucking bunch of pretzels and shit up there. Just going at it. Getting my carbs on as well.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
That was fun.
How long has it been since you haven't had a drink in like what, like 5 months now?
No, not 5. It's been about 2
months.
Almost. Yeah. Yeah. It's strange.
You want to be
I really do. I do, but
there's like 2 in the fridge.
I know. I bought them for you because I know you love them so much. It's fucking candy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just feel I feel fucking great, man. Like, cause for a little while there, my health, like, I don't know. I had some weird, had some strange stomach issues. So I changed my diet up, and I'm like, okay, I'm at a really like kind of keto. So I started doing like greens, lots of greens and meat, which really, really helped. And I had to take a bunch of probiotics. Like I talked to you about this before, but I basically just had a lot of bad bacteria in my gut, and I cleared it all out. So I feel great now. And I really needed to not drink as I was doing that, just to be, you know, pure. But I feel I feel great now, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to, because I know if I start drinking again, I'm just gonna drink a lot,
gonna continue
like I used to, which I don't want to do anymore. I prefer how I am as a person without
drinking.
Even if it's like, you know, because you know me, most of the time, like, I could have a drink or two and be fine. But then there's those certain nights that you've seen me when there's way too many,
there's
and
one
way
or
too
many.
way too fucking much bullshit went down. So I prefer myself as a sober person. But I don't know. Maybe who knows? I'm sure I'll drink again. I just don't know when.
Yeah, that's.
Have a glass of champagne to celebrate if we ever get this fucking record deal from that label we've been talking about. Well, actually, I wanted to tell you now. Like, he emailed me back today, and he said he addressed some of the questions that we both had. So I'll tell you later. But yeah, I think it's gonna happen. for sure. I'm excited.
Good times.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Times. Yeah. So we already have
3 songs.
3 songs down. I just have to do overdubs and mixing, but we just need to record one more.
One more?
Yeah. So
let's do 2 more.
Well, we could, and then we'll just pick the best one for the
actually
for the record.
That song, Our Hearts Are Black. I want to fucking put drums on it and heavy guitar so fucking bad. You have no fucking idea, dude.
Why?
Saturday I listened to it. Saturday at work I listened to it like probably on repeat like at least 20 fucking times.
That was just a random thing I decided to do.
I know, but it's so fucking good though. It's so fucking good.
I have this problem where I'll do something on a whim. I'm like, okay, I have this idea. I have to record it right now just to get it out of my system. Yeah. And then like a week later, I hate it. That just happens no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm just that kind of a musician. Like no matter what I do, no matter what, like I'll never really, it's not that I won't like it. I'm just so fucking overcritical. Like I always find things wrong with everything I do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a way it helps me get better faster and improve. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I always have to not like what I do. It's just this weird thing. But no, I mean, there's parts of it I like, but listening back, I'm like, cause I just wanted it to be really raw and really,
it is.
Yeah, I just wanted to be like, okay, here's an idea. I just recorded it and just did it in that night. I just stayed up till like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
that.
I think I remember because I was at work and you actually like texted me and you were like, hey, check this out. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
I mean,
I'm like, is this a new song? And you're like, no, it's going to be acoustic. I was like, no. Well, back when you first sent it to me, it was like probably like 15 seconds of it. So I was like, oh, it's going to be acoustic, okay. But then after it was done and I listened to the whole thing, I was like, fucking A, it's so fucking nice. It's fucking beautiful.
Thank you. Well, yeah, it doesn't sound like, it can't really, I mean, it's not that, I can't say can't, but it's not a song that could translate with the brutal vocals. So
No, I'm just saying, just leave it the way it is, but then like add drums and heavy guitars at the end with the actual melody without vocals on it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Just finish that that fucking melody line.
It could be a transition live. It could go from that and then transition into a song.
It could be like an intro slash.
It could be an interlude or something. Or an intro. It could be an intro.
It could be an intro, like the intro to like the, how you call it? Like the set, or either like the end of like, say whatever fucking song is the end of the set, and then suddenly that thing fucking plays on. It's I don't know. There's so many fucking ideas. You know, like sometimes you visualize certain things on a bigger fucking scale. Like I don't know if you do that, but I do that all the time, especially when it comes to music, especially when it comes with like songs and like the bands that I play in. I've always imagined the big crowd and fucking, you know, walking off the stage or walking into the stage. Like I know that maybe a lot of people probably will fucking say that I'm a fucking idiot for doing that, and like
why?
You know, like, you know, people sometimes, you know, they don't want you to believe that certain things are possible. You know what I mean? Like I've always,
those are the people you want to fucking avoid.
Avoid slash want to prove them wrong, but you don't. That's the thing. Like sometimes when you try to prove people wrong, all you're doing is pissing yourself off. It's like, because like you shouldn't prove anything to anybody. You should prove it to yourself. You know what I mean? And if you're doing something, you should do it because you want to fucking do it, not because what would my friends fucking think about it. And the problem with that is also that, well, it's not necessarily a problem, but the thing is like nobody tells you that. Like, you know what I mean? That like certain, like, you know what I mean? Nobody tells you that. The people are, most of the time you're supposed to think like, oh, friends are supposed to be like my, you know, they are always going to have my back. They should always want something good for me to happen. You know what I mean? Like that's the way that I grew up. That's what I thought, that's the reason to have friends. Like it's supposed to be like, people are supposed to push you. People are supposed to, you know, make you feel good about yourself and like look up at you and be like, you know, like tell you like you're doing the right fucking thing, buddy. Like, you know what I mean? But lately it's just been like, dude, there is like so fucking few of those people, probably like fucking 4, you
Right.
know? And like,
Well,
you know, like me and you know a lot of fucking people, you know, well, no, like acquaintances and like people probably that you either played music with before or either are musicians, people that, you know, that you look up to them as musicians and you're thinking like, I look up to them, I want them to succeed, and you're thinking like maybe they want that for me too, but it's like the total fucking opposite of that.
unfortunately,
for the most part.
Yeah, unfortunately, I totally agree with you. I mean, it's my circle of friends, close friends, gets smaller
and smaller.
every year, man.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but it's true. I mean, you know, there's people that maybe you've seen grow along with you in in the music industry or whatever as a part of life, but it's like, you know, it's very shocking sometimes to realize, you know, that there's certain people that just never really wanted to see you do well.
Yeah.
You know, and they maybe they'll hint that they do, but really they don't. You know,
Yeah,
it's like I've had to weed people out of my life because it's like, I don't know, I'm very about like, hey, you know, I love people that have a passion and they follow it and they're persistent with their career and they have drive and they'll do it no matter what. Like, I fully just respect and am just so down with people that have that, because not a lot of people have that direction and drive and grit to follow through. You know what I mean? But I don't know, it's like, it's just hard, man, because you think a lot of these people in your circle around you, like you think that they want the best for you and you want the best for them, but yeah, it's just often it's not.
Often, yeah. Like once as they say, like the chips fall on the table, then it's like, oh fuck. Like it's like a waking up from like a fucking dream. You're like, oh fucking hey, like this was all bullshit. Like this was all like crap. Like from my experience, it's just been like that. You know, I do have some very, very close friends, but do want that. But it's funny is because like those friends, like I expect them to like want that me to succeed, is because they're that close to me. Like, you know what I mean? But the people that I actually thought that wanted me to succeed, they like could give a flying fuck what you do. Like, you know what I mean? You can cut your fucking hand in front of them and fucking, you know, start bleeding in front of them, and they'll still fucking, you know, give you directions of how to stop the bleeding instead of actually like fucking helping you stop it. You know what I mean? Yes. I know that that's a stupid metaphor kind of thing, but
I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? They'll give you directions. They're like, no, apply pressure, and you know, shit like that, instead of just like fucking, dude, I'll fucking save you. It's okay. I got you. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. That's my experience so far. It's just been weird, but it's cool too, is because I'm learning more about myself daily. So like, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
But it's like, for me, I know when I have a real friend, when it's like somebody that no matter what, like, this is what I think. Like, I need people in my life who, they call you out when you're fucking up, and they also tell you when you're doing a good job, and like they're just completely honest with you and just unconditionally like have that love for you. Because man, that is so fucking rare, man. I only have I have a very, like I said, a very small circle of people that I can count on to be that person. You know, of course I have family and then a few friends, but it's like, it's just because there's people that come in and out of your life and you go, okay, I think that person is going to be one of those people, you know? And then over time you realize they're not, and they just don't have, like, they don't care about, you know, what you do or don't do. And it's like, from the beginning, they express that they do, but they really don't.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it just, people connect on certain levels, and, you know, sometimes you make a connection and then, like you said, you think like, oh, this is something that might become something, or like, oh, I'm probably going to be friends with this person for the rest of my fucking life. But then shit fucking happens, you know, and again, sometimes it's not necessarily the people's fault. Like, you know what I mean? You can't control how life fucking evolves. You know what I mean? Certain people, you know, like let's say if you have a friend that is always broke, suddenly he fucking wins the goddamn lottery. And now suddenly he's like, you know, he's just, you know, waste his money on himself, but like doesn't remember anything that you've ever done together or some, you know what I mean? Like shit like that fucking changes. So, I mean, if that fucking happens, like obviously you can't be mad at the person. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like to a degree, maybe, but you can't really fucking, you know, point a finger and be like, you fucking piece of shit. Like, you know what I mean? You changed. It's like, haven't been in this position. Maybe I would have fucking changed too. But for the most part, it's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one.
Yeah. And I've learned like, it's unfortunate, but over the years I've kind of built up this wall because, I don't know, like I said before, there's certain people that come into your life and you're like, wow, I think they're going to be one of those people. And then I've totally let it, you know, just told them so many personal things because I trusted them like maybe too soon. And then realizing years later, it's like, wow, I wish I didn't disclose all that to them. Because they're those kind of people that maybe would use it against you later.
Oh yeah. And that's definitely something that I've learned along my way, and that's definitely something I wish I could have fucking changed.
Yeah, man. Well, but you know, it's like, I don't know. But like I said, Nick, now it takes me a while to like fully trust somebody and bring them in. You know,
I don't blame you.
So like I mean, we've been friends for a long time, man. Like, not how long? 4 years?
About 4 or 5 years. Something
yeah,
like
and
that.
It's like we've slowly. Our friendship has slowly gotten stronger, but like you're one of those people, dude. I trust you. I've told you a lot of shit.
Thank you.
I've told you a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
Like you have another friend that I want to have on the podcast too. But yeah, there's like I said, very few. But I would rather have very, very few people I can trust than a bunch of people I have no fucking idea about, you know?
Yeah, same thing, man.
So
same thing. Like normally, I'd rather have like the 5 fucking friends that I do have and have them for the rest of my life, and that's it. You know, because what's the point of having like 100 fucking people? Like truly, like, I mean, the idea of it is fucking awesome, but yeah, it's weird. Yeah, when it comes to that, especially like personal stuff, man, same thing as you. I just try not to tell anybody about anything at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just tell them what they need to know, and that's it. And by what they need to know is like literally like, yes, I do have a job. Yes, I play in a band. Yes, I have a car. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. Nothing else. Not how much money you make. And never tell anybody what's your next fucking, you know, what you're gonna do next. Like, you know what I mean? Never tell anybody like your plans or whatever. You know? Don't tell people your plans, and don't talk to people about money. I guess those are the 2 main fucking things that I've learned. That I wish I could change. Because there has been certain things that like I've said to certain people that I thought were friends, and like, you know what I mean? It's just like when you talk to your friend, you think that you're talking to them in confidence, like, you know what I mean? It's like it stays between you two, like, you know what I mean? Like, and in my opinion, as a friend, you shouldn't even fucking say that, like, you know what I mean? You shouldn't
say it.
You know, you shouldn't tell, oh, by the way, if we're having this conversation, don't tell anyone. Like, you know what I mean? If you're my friend, you should know that this shit is personal. Don't fucking air it out. / whatever, you know, like, and it's just weird. It's because, like, the circle is so fucking small that, like, you always overhear certain things. So, like, then suddenly you fucking hear things like, this person said, you said this, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like,
oh my God, dude, I can like, tell really? You the frustration I have with that, because you know how it goes, man. It's like
it's fucking stupid. Well, it's like weird.
You talk about something with somebody, hoping that, you know, it's between them, but between the two of you, but you can't always assume that. But I mean, it's just unfortunate sometimes when it's like you hear stuff come back around to you. Yeah, and it's completely different.
Completely
it's like,
different
I
than what
never
you said.
fucking said that. Yeah. You know, and it just, That's inevitable though. I mean, that just happens no matter what. But I don't know. I've had so many situations with that shit happening, and
the whole idea of shit talking is just like so fucking like it's annoying as fuck to me sometimes. It's because like you can have a conversation with somebody about somebody else, right? But the thing is, they fucking, after that, they go to this person, they fucking tell them things, but the thing is, they don't tell them what the conversation was about or what the context of the conversation was. You know what I mean? And they're like, this guy fucking said this and this and this and this, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? I didn't say this shit. And I was like, first of all, you weren't there. And if you were there, I would have fucking probably told you these fucking things, but you weren't. So how in the fuck is this shit talking?
Yeah.
Shit talking is like totally different in my fucking opinion. Like, you know what I mean? Shit talking is just like literally fucking telling somebody, oh, he's a piece of shit, he's a fucking asshole, this or that. Not when you're talking about somebody and like say somebody's in a band and be like, yeah, dude, like I don't like their band, but like I like him. People are like, oh, he said he fucking hates your band. It's like,
exactly.
What the fuck, dude?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like your band, but I like you as a person. It's two very fucking different things. You know, it's like, no, you said fucking band sucks. I'm like, I don't like your fucking band, but that doesn't mean that you're a fucking bad fucking person. So you're taking it personal because that's the way this other person made it fucking seem.
See, it's like, I wish more
fucking
people...
bullshit.
I know. I wish more people would just be fucking honest and not sugarcoat things and bubble wrap shit. Because it's like, honestly, if someone came up to us after a show and went, you know what, I don't really like your music, but I like you guys. I like you as people.
That's
like fine. I came to your show because I've followed you guys for a while and I wanted to see the new project, the new sound. I don't really like it, but I'm here for you guys. I'm like, that's totally cool. Like, thank you for your honesty. But there's like this constant fucking sugarcoating bullshit, man. It's like, come on.
That's like
really.
Like, I mean, I posted this meme about fucking Five Finger Death Punch.
I didn't remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
People are like fucking giving me shit about it. And it's like, dude, I didn't even say anything about them as fucking people / the band. I didn't fucking say they sucked. I didn't say anything. I posted a fucking meme. And the meme was not even fucking true, by the way. It's just a fucking picture that somebody fucking made. And people were like, oh, well, you're not nobody to fucking talk about them like that, because where in the fuck are you, and where look at them, and who in the fuck do you think you are? And I was like, dude,
I was very entertained.
What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, I never said that they shouldn't fucking make as much money as they make. I never fucking said that they're bad fucking musicians. I never said any of that shit. I posted a funny fucking picture.
I know, that's the problem, man.
Now, if you want to break it down and ask me like, do I like them? No, I don't. But what, I cannot fucking express that? So like, just because they're fucking millionaires and fucking they play in arenas, that means I have to fucking love them?
Right.
Because I'm a musician, so I should look up to that? It's like, dude, you don't fucking, really? I don't fucking...
That's one of the big problems, like with online, especially. Like, I mean, I posted an article like a couple weeks ago about, what was the title of it? Oh shit! It was this fucking stupid clickbait article, basically saying, it was loneliness is more. What was it? Is more deadly than obesity or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking retarded. And I just posted it. I didn't say anything about it. I didn't say if I agreed or disagreed. And people were just like, I got a whole bunch of messages and people being like, oh, like sending me books to read and shit. I'm like,
here's a self-help book.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't say anything. I just posted it. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, exactly the same thing. It's like, that's why, you know, I try not to post too much crazy shit. Like, there's stuff I always want to post because I'm like, this is hilarious or this whatever, but I mean, I don't know, man. People just go crazy with that
and that's
stuff.
where I'm fucking wrong, because all I do is just post like fucked up funny fucking things.
Well,
some of them are fucking over the top, but I mean, that's, you know, that's my sense of humor, and what can I fucking say? And on top of that, also, like, my Facebook account is like fucking private. It's like it's private, meaning for me and my friends.
Right. Yeah, you don't have it public, so.
Yeah, so it's like, if I post something and if you're one of my friends, you should be totally fucking okay with it. Because like, and that's why I try to fucking like keep the number of fucking friends low. I know that's not necessarily smart, especially like being a musician. Like you want fucking people to hear your fucking shit.
I know what you're saying, but I also I try to keep. Well, that's the reason why I started a new account, because I had my old account. I maxed out the friends because I just added anybody that sent me.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking do that.
Which was stupid, but now I started a new one and I have like 800 people on there because I mean there's still people I don't know, obviously. Yeah. Or I know of them, but I don't know them personally, but. For that reason, it's like I don't want to, you know, I don't want all these people like I don't know engaging and interacting.
Yeah, engaging, knowing what the fuck you're doing, and like where you are all the fucking time and all that shit.
And you know, if what you just said about how you want to expose your music and you want to have more friends on there or whatever, but you could always like you could start a page, you could start like a drum page or whatever, and then it could be public, and then you only post what you want to be.
That's promoted. What I try to do on Instagram, if fucking anything, because on Instagram I don't give a fucking fuck.
Yeah, you need to.
But I don't post as much on Instagram either.
You haven't posted since like January.
It's been a while.
But the last thing I think, you posted the studio video, I think.
Yeah.
Or you went in there. So
that was like 2 months ago, some shit like that.
So what's your favorite song that we've done together so far?
Like all of them.
No, seriously.
I know that sounds really fucking stupid, but yeah, I don't know. It's because, well, right now we have the 2 EPs, which is Bats 1 and Bats 2, and they're like, even though they're similar, they're totally fucking different.
Yes.
So like my favorite, so it's very hard to pick one because they're both different. So like the favorite one, I guess, from Bats 1 would be Torn, just because of that part in the middle. It's so fucking beautiful, the piano part.
And it's so like the drumming over it is very tasteful to the part, because it's like
fucking weird.
Yeah, and that the clip that you posted yesterday or whatever, it's like hearing it live, even it's just you and I without a bass and vocals, but it's like it's cool because it's cool to see it actually come together. Because honestly, dude, I'll be honest, I didn't think this shit would ever come to fruition and be a live band. Like I still I'm hopeful for it, but I don't know if it'll. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen, but it's taking a while. But I'm okay with that. Because it needs to be.
We always have those conversations.
It needs to be right, though. You know what I mean? We can't just. It needs to be the right people. But yeah, like just having us rehearse and seeing it like just the, the beginning of the process is cool.
Yeah, it's also like, for me, it's in a way obviously a victory to even play some of those songs, like all of those songs, especially on Bats 1. Because next time we practice, we're gonna start working on Scorned, which is obviously gonna be quite difficult, especially the ending of it. But remember, I remember you showed me the songs, and it was a year later, after fucking listening to the songs, suddenly it's like, oh, by the way, remember those songs that I showed you? You want to come and record drums? And like, what did I have, like 4 days? Was it like 4 days? Or like, so how many days did I have before I came in here and actually recorded this stuff? It was like 2 or 3 fucking days.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. Like, I gave you the songs, like all of them, about maybe a week before or something?
A week before, yeah. And then it was like, okay, we're fucking doing it, kind of thing. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm not prepared. I didn't fucking even play these fucking songs. And like, the drums that you had on before, I like changed basically almost fucking everything. And it was weird, is because obviously a lot of those fucking things were done like pieces to a point. So like to be able to now suddenly like actually play them as a complete fucking song.
Yeah.
It's weird because obviously I'm relearning my own fucking parts. But in a way, some of those parts are just shit that basically were right on the fucking spot. Like, meaning I didn't fucking prepared that way. I'd never played it before, so it's like now to actually play it as an actual complete song and memorizing it and actually seeing that, oh shit, I am actually doing this stuff is like, you know, it's a small victory in a way.
Hell yeah, man. I'm excited. It's especially like the second EP. I mean, the songs are much more.
The second EP, yeah. My favorite song of the second EP is Beckoning.
Me too, I think. Yeah.
Because that one was just natural. It just fucking happened.
Yeah.
It literally was just like, okay, I have an idea, and boom. We fucking did it within the same day. It was like 2 hours, and 2 hours later, we fucking had a goddamn fucking song.
I know, fuck. I loved just being able to, you know, just write on a whim, and whatever comes out is the record. That's just, I don't know. It's just it's satisfying.
Yeah. It's good times.
Good times, man.
Good times.
Well, hopefully we can find a guitarist and bassist pretty soon, and get on some shows before the end of the year. If not
next fucking year, man.
Next year,
2019.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it.
And hopefully you'll have another EP out before the end of the year. So.
And that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah. So, well, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay.
Thanks for chatting, and
I'm pretty sure I'll be back here
before
again.
we go. Yeah, what's the next Idris show?
It's August. Not August. Fuck me. July 14th.
Nice.
July 14th. We're playing with Witch Heaven.
And Fracture. When's the next Fracture show?
Fracture is August 8th, I think. Oh, July 8th. One of those two. I think it's July 8th.
And Society 1 is with Dope at the Viper Room?
July 15th.
Cool. Well, at least you got...
So yeah, there's like 3 shows within one fucking week.
Perfect.
So...
Right on, man.
Okay.
We're good.
Cheerio.